I'm not know what, but I'm lost inside this forest. Hey, gentlemen, welcome back again to the competition, man. Welcome to PUBG Mobile MORVEX tournament. This is gonna be the Group B today, and only the top two teams are gonna get directly to the grand finale. And rest of the three, from the third position to the 10th position, they're gonna hold for the survival stage, and then there will be see, watching the teams getting qualified for the grand finale. Yes, that's the roadmap. So we got three zones, the red zones from starting from the 11th position to the bottom, and we got the yellow zone, from the bottom 10th to the top third, and we got the green zone from the number one and the number two. And now it's time to witness the teams. Yeah, which teams are participating today? It's Team H says for AV, Spartan, SMKs, HZs, IKURD. Then Team A is E, Team ACE, 8, nice. Team FTX, Team OPX, and lots of other teams as like, the Team STK, Team AMUs, Team Purge, Team Spartans, Team IMP, Team UF. And GF means this is the MORVEX TRYOUT team. So obviously this team, I'm gonna look out for the team like how good they are gonna play here. Then team MGS or MZS, and then team 7-Ups, team MORVEX NGs, and team RRGs, and also team RTZ like RITZYs disqualified. Okay, the name does disqualified, but okay, not bad. We're gonna watch it for the team that if they're gonna get qualified or not. Now it's the very first game starting from the OG map Pirangal, and after the fight where the teams are just getting for the drop direct locations, we see 20 teams participating in the lobby, and that means this third is really gonna get messy, but this is not gonna get messy, but this is gonna get smooth and classy because I'm not being able to see any drop clash battles till now. It's just 2 minutes of time left for the first zone to get the shrink. But after the flight pad starting from the middle to power and ending on to the Zarki, the zone gets supported on the northern side by centering down the Yasna Poliana in the mid, and then the teams are just heading for Novorepna, Melta, and Georgiopol City. There we're gonna see lots of clashes on the Novorepna to be said so. So I see on Novorepna location there has been three teams just jumping onto the same area, and there might be the team ACEs. Not bad. It's really getting great here. Team Spartans taking the farm. Team STK is taking the farm too. Team HZ are also sharing the same path. And I see Team OPX taking the Melta locations. Team RC is taking the Melta. Yeah, lots of teams, but on Georgia Poli, you only see the Mercenaries Union. The team is having a great moment, but not that much because they already lost Hulk 999 here. And this time it's Lixi to get caught up by Manas 21K with a shotgun in the pump shotgun. That's maybe an S1897. Such a great shotgun to be said about in a close combat battle. It's Pain 1v or Painy V. Yeah, Pain and Prison. I must say that. But it's really commendable how they started the game, right? That's the team FTs right there on the opposite side, but it's all about the prison. Oh, he got caught up too. And that was Kenzik to take down this player by just the, encounter from the back end. Then Pain charges the grenade, and that deals with two players. FTs losing to the players, but not losing out. They're just gonna be great here, because they're gonna have the rescue chances. On the other side, Team 7-Up started the game with the first knock and finish, and there goes the grenade eliminations by N7C KKK, and it's Pain just going smooth in the front side. Then just found out about the back end teams, but then got eliminated from the next compound. And that's it. Team Future X completed the very first battle from this Georgiopol Northern City and has their first 4 points for the game for the overall leaderboard to get started. Now I see Team 7-Up also starting the game with the first point, and now it's the second knock the team is making here. And that's it. The second knock is also getting completed. And Team 7-Up would count up just the first 2 points there. Then it's the team RRAGE Esports. Yes, you might call the team as Rage Esports, but I see RRAGE Esports. Not bad. Purge going up with the encounter with Team 7-Up, and Team 7-Up just completed the final man 2, and that's it. Team 7-Up just winning the first dropless battle from the Lipovka. It's just the first stage, and we just lost to the teams. One is the Purge, and second one is the MUs. And now Team 7-Up would just have their manpower again getting back in a recalibration mode, and now all the four player remains again. It's only the 640 meters to go for the first stage to be inside, and Team 7 Up would definitely love to go there at first, but they draw clash battles. Is TK this time losing out the players? Yes, it's toxic at first to get loosened, and now Strikers Esports tagged us as TKs, just searching for the encounters. Yeah, where the encounters might be. That's Dorado. But as soon as he understood that Team TKs are gonna come here to get the revenge, so he switches his position and gonna get the regrouped. Yeah, so I hope they'll be regrouped as soon as possible. Now it's the military base, and we know that after the first zone being supported on the northern side as Stolba, Seveni, Yasna, Poliana becomes some good spots where the next zone can be upon, but the military base becomes too far from the first stage as it says that 2400 or 500 meters or almost 2500 meters away from the first stage the military base area is. And now it's Team HATYARA crew, and Team HATYARA crew is just going smooth with the first point. That was Tashi to take the first point, and now they're looking for more. Obviously, Team STK is gonna get encounter, and there we go. The encounter comes close. That was Tashi to be taken down, and the revenge is going exactly as it was about to. But I hope the third grenade could take down so sharp. But before he just understood that the grenade is gonna get followed up next to the first one, but then he actually changed his position. That's really great synergy they're maintaining here. It revolts, and revolts, what it does, it goes in the back end, and then Neres or Nares, yeah, will be regrouped, but Dorado gets the angle from the northern corner, and that then Dorado will just take out the point here. After the first knock, absolutely, from HATYARA crew, Dorado will just look forward for more, but now Dorado is just heading in close. Team STK has been surrounded out, and Team HATYARA crew going in smooth. Then Tashi comes close again, takes the knock. Then it's so sharp, being just the final solo player, goes with the first knock, and then tries to finish the knock. But before he finishes the knock, there comes the support from the Team HATYARA crew, and that is Dorado himself supporting the team from the back end so far, and completed the first battle. Now we lost through the teams STK's Purge and Amuse. Definitely they're gonna come back in the next 3 games, but before that it's for aggressive vibes. At first we're gonna see them from the mansions area, then we're gonna come up for the team 7 up to fight up with the team Ace, but Ace got the encounter, and there goes Silent getting taken down. But it's N7C KKK who's getting with so smooth. There goes the first encounter. Now he goes for the second knock. He gets the second knock too. That's Sleepzy. And Sleep, what he can do, he can take the alter angle, but he'll be taken down too with just a grenade out the sprays. Let me get the confirmation from the kill feed. Okay, that was for the zone because he lost 99% of HPs. Okay, my bad, sorry. So yeah, absolutely, the player lost his HPs, and that's why, because of the first zone, it gets connected with the blue zone damage, and that's where it gets eliminated. But only 3 points are coming for Team 7 Up this time. They have completed the first battle from the Lipovka, and there with Team Amuse, the team fought very well. But now it's on the mini feed. Team RRAGE ESPORTS going in so smooth with encounters. Now understood that the support would come close, and PPU needs the time for the rescue before the player gets close. That's Rilo. Understood that the player might go for the rescue, but Rilo actually eliminated the player with the Vector. Is so confident. But I thought like PP would get the encounter with the DVS in the hand, and that is so deadly in a close combat. You should expect with the DVS a player might get the clutches out. Yeah, obviously DVS is a clutch weapon, but at the end it's gonna be a smooth rescue for the team. Now it's all for the team FTs to go aggressive at first, and then team MORVEX NGs just being eliminated at first. Now we lost lots of teammates, lots of teams. The MORVEX NG is not doing so great in the first game, but let's hope for the best in the upcoming next 3 games. I hope so. They'd be definitely taking total of 30 points. Yes, 30 points is more than enough to get qualified on the next survival stage, and definitely it can be enough for the number 1 and the number 2 position. But I hope not. On the Group A, I've seen that 58 points were there total for the table topper team. So you can clearly count that 50 plus points would be on for the table toppers. So still you can take those 50 plus points from the next 3 games, right? But next is the team is the MORVEX TRYOUT, as they do share the tag of GUFs. Now you would be definitely watching out the team fighting in a close combat game against Team MZ, and then Team MZS got their first knock here, and then they have secured it. Yes, now it's all for the defensive one, but can Team MORVEX try to defend here? I think that'll be tough because they're losing out the firepowers, and then it's Noel Chu getting close to the ground floor and then takes out the player with the S-12 in the hand. And now he just the Molotov for the gatekeeper so that the player can't have the push. Now, it was the final elimination by the team MZS, and definitely the team would be winning the 3 points from the second stages. Now, it's the next battle, and that's Team Smoke EU's tagged as SMK's got the first player been in a bleeder situation from the Yasnaya Polyana. It's the center point of our second stage, and now the team goes with the encounter with the grenades, and there the grenade got heated with Team RTZ, and now Team RTZ with Team SMK's. But there has been another battle in the starting, and there is the Team 7-Up going with the third domination. You know, at first they have eliminated 2 of the teams. Now it's the third team they're fighting for according to this first game. But Team 4AV is also on the kill feed with Team HC Apollo, then Team RTZ with the encounter with Team SMK's, and now Team SMK's getting their player in a bleed out situation again. Now Team SMK's losing out their firepowers as they do not share the best angles possible to take down Team RTZ by in a surroundable way. But I think Team SMK's did great here, but there is a problem. The grenades are gonna get cooked by Team RTZ, and the grenade is just getting accurate just like that. It was bloodlust, and the grenade got hit with Jake D, and Jake got eliminated. There, the rescue, the player who tried to make the rescue got taken down too. Now it's all about for the final player, Jiren here from Team SMK's Smoke EUs to go all out in solo, got the first knock, but would definitely not have enough time to finish the player off, and their Team RTZ might have the rescue as expected. That has the firepower, so if the player goes for the encounter, goes for the maintenance, for the pressure for Smoke EU so that they cannot change the compound or cannot get the lead again, definitely the third player should complete the rescue at first. But now Jiren understood that is the player. He goes with the second knock again. Now he tried for the finish, but the grenade is gonna get cooked, and Jiren, as soon as he understands the situation is getting bad and worst, so he just switches his position. Now he waits for the player to get inside. That's the second knock. Now he tried to switch the weapon, but before he switches the weapon, there comes the jump shot, and the jump shot completes the final blow with the shotgun in hand, and Team RTZ completes the first draw clash battle. But hey, look at that. The team can definitely go for the rescues, and all of the player would just get in a recalibration mood. Now it's all out for the final 13 teams to play off on the first game. So we're gonna witness the first overall leaderboard as how it will look like and how much points there will be for the tabletopper team. But you see the knock from Silent from 7-Up with the support from N7CKKK securing the finish. It's all about the 9 finishes for Team 7-Up Esports. Literally getting so great here. Team 7-Up dealing it so smooth, and now you see the team and the experiences are so smooth, right? The synergy is all up and rising, and it's literally going great from the team side. All they need is the best position for now as they're roaming around on the reach side. They need to understand for other paths where the teams are going to get inside in this third stage. It's definitely the third stage, and that means the teams got some little bit of tasks to be inside in this third stage, whether they would be gatekeep, but they definitely not expect that. It's the team Impossible Esports to be eliminated on this very third stage with having 40 seconds more time to get a new shrink, but this is the team Future X for you guys in the 7 its location to fight with Team FTs. There is the Team MZS. We have witnessed Team FTs to fight one and Team MZS to fight one too. Now it's all about to witness that which team gets the best possible position so far. Now, Team MZS gets the first point done, and Team FutureX understands not in the best position they are in right now, so they need to switch out the position. But before they switch the position, there goes the second player would be pressed out, and the player gets taken down. That was Yami Selena, and then it is -21k to be taken down too, and that's it. Team MZS proved it that how strong they are with the team synergy and with the plan execution, right? And now they gets close, but that's Bones. Anytime anything can happen on a competitive match, Bones goes with the encounter. He gets the first knock. Now it's all about for the final 1v1 to be held upon. It's the S12 versus the UMP45 in the hand of the players now. Oh, definitely Team MZS wouldn't have the time, and the game gets shuffled just like that. It's a really table flipped, and the table has been flipped by Team Future X, been able to rescue one of the player -21k, and now only 2 of the players would survive. But before they get eliminated, they have taken 10 freaking eliminations, gentlemen. It's the first team I can see in this first game, that is Team Future X indeed, to be taking that much elimination points, and also Team 7up. At first, the team is not surviving anymore, but before getting eliminated, the target has completed. Now you got all you get 4 games here, and if you just take 10 points per game in an average, and that means if you just keep up the consistency, then you can count 40 points after just the 4 games, and that means you would be definitely inside of the top 10 teams, and that means you'd be having the second chance for the survival stage. Now for this semi-finals round, only the top 2 teams per group would be on the grand finale directly, and then the rest 7 teams on the leaderboard on the starting from the top 3rd position and ending on the top 10th would be having the next survival stage. And as you can see, that's the pre-final stage. But I really do love the roadmap, thanks to MORVEX for just applying this kind of roadmaps, and that means it's literally encouraging that you should do the best, so that you if you want to just avoid the next stages for the hassles. Now, definitely every team wants to be there at first, so that's where the competition gets more interesting. Now, thanks to MORVEX for making the competition more interesting. It's Team RTZ and the kill feed to fight with Team OPX, and there goes Team RTZ getting the first point on the leaderboard. I see the Spartans honor here being in the problem, because they're just 100 meters away from the 4th stage, but now they have to deal with Team 4AVs. If they want to go in, they have to complete the battle. There comes the first grenade from Mihawk, and Mihawk just connects the grenade with the player, and they get it. He got the knock, but Braid OG gets the encounter from 4 aggressive vibes. The tagged as 4AV, and literally the team is aggressive. They got the support when it was needed. Then it's Team OPX again, losing out to the players, makes them really in a problematic zone. Now it's all about for the final player, Date, and Date gets the Molotov coming close to him, and he'd be chased down just like that from the hillside. It was Team RTZ completed the second competition, second battle. It's all about for the first 8 eliminations for the team. Team MZS did great. Yes, Team MZS has taken 7 eliminations so far, and Team 7up has taken 10 eliminations, but wouldn't have the placement points for now. But in Future X can expect some of the placement points. Still, we do see that there are still 8 more teams left on this 4th stage to fight for the first chicken dinner for the first overall leaderboard. So definitely Team FTX can actually expect for some placement points, but it is quite possible if you just can execute a plan that perfectly to take out the chicken dinner as being in a duo. So I expect that Team FTX, how they have dominated so far, they can have the chances. But Team 4 aggressive vibes as the next lead against Team HCs, and now Team HC is losing out Tashi this time, but they needs the support, right? It's Dorado on the off angle, on the different angle, but definitely the team would have the next zone advantage as the zone gets supported on the southern eastern corner, and it's Team HCs to have the zone support too, but they got the edge problem. It's the Team 4 aggressive vibes, and the team needs to eliminate the Team HATYARA crew. There comes the grenade from RITZY 77k that gets Tashi in a knocked out situation again. Now Loco patiently goes for this rescue second time, and then the rescue was completed. But Loco should understand there has been a different angle, the alter angle from Team 4 aggressive vibes. But Loco tried to take down the player 2 while just giving the pressures, and now it's all about for the close combat battle. But still Loco loses lots of HPs because of the eastern angle, and there we see Spiky Noob gets the angle done. The job is done. It's Tashi again rescued up and healed up too at the same time, where Team AZ knows got the next lead on the crew feed, but Tashi needs to make a clutch. Can he go for it? No, he cannot. Fred takes down Tashi. Now Dorado comes close as he just takes the decision or makes the decision to complete the battle, not to avoid it. But okay, here comes the decision change, or here comes the change that he changes the position. He goes for the survival at first. He goes in the mid of the zone. Team HZ fighting with Team IKURD, and Team IKURD loses the first player. This is the first time on the very fifth stage Team IKURD being engaged on a battle. Yes, till this fifth stage Team IKURD were not engaged with any kind of battles. They just avoided it, and that's the plan from the Team IKURD, but not anymore, as Team IKURD being interrupted with the first player getting taken down, but the team successfully manages to rescue up the player. It's all for the Team ASE, means the name as All Seeing Eyes, so they would definitely have all of the visuals according to the names, because your name should mean something, and they mean it. All Seeing Eyes is just watching out Team RTZ just taking the cover behind the rock and taking the buggy, and that's such a dangerous spot, and then the player loses lots of HPs. It's the really fifth stage, gentlemen, and the player would be definitely eliminated on the outside, but the kill was not secured so far, as he lost lots of HPs and got connected with the fifth stage. He would just definitely be eliminated on the outside of the zone. Now it's all about for the final teams. It's for the final 5 teams to deal for the chicken dinner to settle down the score for the leaderboard. Let's hope for the best. It's still Team Future X survives with the duo roster with the 10 elimination, and now it's for Team Future X. I just took the name and that got a curse, but definitely I was not the one to get the curse for the team, right? Yes, it was the situation for Team 4 aggressive vibes to be in the zone, but they have taken the best possible vehicle so far with the hovercraft, and they have taken the decision to be inside from the southern rotation. That has been really a safe rotation, you might say, but Team Future X would not survive anymore, as IKURD just dealt with Team Future X with only the grenades, only the utilities. Now Team IKURD Volcano also needs to be inside in the next zone, but before they make the rotation, I start the rotation, they have spotted Team 4 aggressive vibes getting close to them. Now it's all about a closing combat again. Spiky Noob takes the first player down. Then it's RITZY 77K makes the support with the shotgun in the hand. Then Team IKURD loses the third player too. And now Team IKURD, all they has is just final player surviving inside the smoke. And he also gets trashed out. And he gets decimated just like that from the third party from Team All Seeing Eyes. It was the third party from All Seeing Eyes. They had clearly the visuals, and they have just used those visuals to eliminate the player, as they share the 5 placement points by being on this top 3 if they get eliminated. But I do not hope that, because I just only hope for the best for the teams, right? It's all for the decision in the making, and all for the synergy in the team, and all for the execution part. If any team gets better execution, they'd be definitely be the winner on the situation. That's it. It's all about the IQs that you're applying on a close combat on the ground gameplays, right? It's all about for the final 3 teams to play off for the chicken dinner on the very 7th stage, gentlemen. With only 50 seconds of time, Team 4 aggressive vibes tries to get inside with just 60 meters of rotation needed from their side to be in the zone. But they do understand there is Team 4, there is Team All Seeing Eyes waiting for them inside of the zone. And now the pressure would come up, but definitely Team 4 aggressive vibes would not expect for the 7th stage to be touched by them, so they're just going with lots of smokes for the visual blockages. But would that be enough for the visual blockage, as the Team All Seeing Eyes all loses the first player logic? That's Fred to take the first knock. It's Fred from Team 4 aggressive vibes playing very, very well. Takes 8 eliminations so far in the solo, and that's the greatest contribution he can talk. But now Fred just charging down the grenade, and the grenade goes, then the Molotov goes followed by the grenade, and now all of the elitists got connected. Spiky Noob gets the new knock, and the previous knock gets confirmed. It's just all about the freaking finishes by Team 4 Aggressive Vibes. Definitely the team is earning the names on this semi-final stage, and that's an announcement that the team would definitely not go low on the final round too. So yeah, they can have the tabletop position of the first game, as they have, or they do share lots of elimination points, and they're the only team in within these top three teams to get that much of elimination points. Now it's all about RITZY 77K to take out the first knock, but that got encountered, and then Team 4 Aggressive Vibes actually dealt with it, but with a third party from the side of Dorado. It's HC's Dorado, which actually makes this situation go more Orson, and now RITZY 77K understood where Dorado might be. Will it be an 1v3 clutch? I think not. Only one of the trees is there, but there comes the grenade. Dorado, would he go for the second grenade? Yes, he goes. He goes. The grenade comes close, but the player already switched the position. But Spiky got more aggressive right now, and yes, Spiky gets closed, and Spiky actually eliminated the final player. Team 4 Aggressive Vibes aggressively wins the first chicken dinner with maximum number of elimination points so far. Wow, what a great level consistency and aggressiveness been spotted from Team 4 Aggressive Vibes. I haven't seen on Group A's as such a team that has taken on this much points from the first game. Really, congratulations to you guys again for Aggressive Vibes to win the first chicken here. But you'd love to watch the sixth stage when IKURD ESPORTS actually taken out the Team FutureX. Then Team 4 Aggressive Vibes, not by just going inside of the next zone, they have decided to clear out the edge, and the decision was top notch by just going out with the edge and clearing the path again and again. They just got out the chicken dinner, the first chicken dinner. Yes, that's a really great victory to be celebrated. And how about the match? Did you enjoy it? Let me know that from the comments. And which team is supporting? Let me know that from the comments too. You are watching PUBG Mobile MORVEX tournament. This is the Pmmt Heatwave for you guys. And now you see the chicken dinner team stats. Definitely that is Fred OG contributing so far that much of damage, that that number of eliminations. It's just 9 freaking elimination points by solo contribution. He just contributes to the squad 60 to 70%, you should say, like 70%. Yes, not 70 but 50%, and rest of the 50% goes for RITZY and Spiky Noob. But one of the players just contributes the team 50%. Wow, 50% of the points alone. That's it. Spiky Noob, the way he became aggressive to fight with in a 1v1 with Dorado of Team HC's, that was a top-notch finish with the Team 4 Aggressive Vibes, and they played it so fair, because they could have gone with the final player in a 3v1, but they didn't. They just got one of the player in close in the front line, and the player actually eliminated the final enemy, and that's how the team is winning the chicken. But the match summary says in the first game it became really hot and became more competitive as I was expecting. So, and that is the proof of 71 eliminations so far with 75 knockouts and 8,493 damages. Not damages but healings. I do like it because it's the average on an Erangel game, so it should be like that. But 9 of grenade eliminations, that's interesting, right? It's 54 of assists. Wow, lots of assists were there. And then I see one of the vehicle eliminations so far. That's the match summary. Now let's head on for the next segment. That's the head-to-head segment. It's Team 4 Aggressive Vibes with Team FutureX, the team which took 10 of elimination points but not got. Definitely they would share some of the placement points, but they have dominated well. But for Team 4 Aggressive Vibes, it was really more aggressive, you might want to say, because 18 freaking eliminations with the chicken dinner gets them almost 30 points, means 28 points for the first game. Nice. Definitely they would cross over 60 plus points. I hope so, if they can keep up the consistency on the next 3 games. But 3,198 total damages and 1,724 damages for Team FutureX. It's really going smooth. And 16 knocks from Team 4 Aggressive side and 7 knocks from Team FutureX's side, and total 13 points for Team FutureX's, as they have finished the game on top 5. So they definitely have the 5 placement points, not 5 but 3 placement points. I'm sorry, with the 10 eliminations they have did so far, did so great. But for the MVP title, gentlemen, it's the most valuable player title, and that title goes for Fred OG, the only Fred OG who took 9 eliminations in a solo, dealt 1800 plus damages, almost 1900, yeah, close to that, you can count to that, but 6 of assists and 8 knocks. Wow, he survived till the end, and 24 minutes of 8 seconds, so you can count that that's the total match time. So now it's all about the healings, like how much healings Fred had used to, and he was using 4, not 4 of healings, like 404. So not bad, but he got taken out 4 times. Not bad, but not taken out. He was just dealing with the damages. He was taken onto the game. It's the top place list, and after the first game, you see after Fred, it's Spiky Noob, his own teammate, with 6 eliminations so far with the 814 damages. And that's the highest the two the players wearing from the same team, right? Then Team Future X, Bonzi, you would have the 3rd position with 4 elims so far with the damages of 775. And then it's all about for Team MZS, 4YU, yes. And for you, his name would be For You. 4 of elims, and then it was N7CKKK. I could count that, I could pronounce it as triple K, but it's good from the Team 7-Up, and takes 3 limbs, but did a lot of damages, like 780 damages, so that was good, that was good. But from the match rankings, it's 28 points for Team 4 Aggressive Vibes, 13 points for Team Future X, 12 points for Team HATYARA Crew. This is the top 3 teams. Then on top 4 we see Team 7-Up with taking 10 eliminations so far. And then it was Team RITZY disqualified, getting 9 elims, not elims but total points. That was Team All Seeing Eyes to get 8 points in total in a combination of placement and eliminations. Then it's Team MZE or MZSX, means MEZEXIS ESPORTS, takes those 7 points. Then IKURD VOLCANO gets 6, 3 points for Team Impossible Esports, 2 points for Team GOTTxHERTZ, and 2 points for Team RRAGE ESPORT 2, 1 point for 3 of the teams, the SPARTANS Honor, Ace Esports, and MORVEX TRYOUT. Still, you do have 3 more matches left to settle down the score for the survival stage and for the grand finale stage at first from the semi-final stage. That's a great opportunity been given from the organization MORVEX Esports. Make sure to subscribe then, and make sure to support the stream by liking the stream, and obviously you can have the compliments or the comments if you would love to from the comment segment, right? I'd definitely love to watch the comments you'd given for us, for the teams, and for the organizations. And thanks to the organizations for arranging such a great tournament, and thanks to the broadcast teams, the mythical broadcast production, to just do great as always. It's the schedule. You can see the first match been stamped with the logo of Team 4 Aggressive Vibes with 28 points in total. Let's see if any of the new teams can break up that 28 points of a collection. So they definitely want to take 19 plus elimination points to the chicken dinner too. And just it's obvious that you have to be the last team standing on the lobby. Now the upcoming match will be definitely on the Miramar map, and now I'm back again on the caster desk. So I'll be taking a little bit of break right now. So till then, stay tuned. We'll be right back after a short little break. Don't lock me in the towers. Show me your magic powers. I'm not afraid to face a little bit of danger, danger. Hey, gentlemen, welcome back onto the second game, and this is the moment where the table is gonna get flipped. And after the first game, we know that which team got the highest point, right? It's the 28 points on the tabletop. And now the next team, the competitor teams, would love to just break down the competition by just filling the gaps inside the competition. And now the second map would be on the Miramar game with a great level flight path, but the zone would be supporting on a different side. Like it can be on center, it can be on southern, it can be on eastern, it can be on northern, it can be on western, but it will not go for the center as I expect that. But now we do have 19 teams in the lobby, yes, and after the first flight path, not this is not the first flight path, this is the second flight path according to the games, because on this semi-final stage we have 4 games for the competition to compete with, to settle with, and only the top 2 teams would get the direct chances to be in the grand finale. And from the 3rd position to the 10th position, the teams, the 7 teams, the bottom 7 teams would have the chance for the next survival stage to be in for the competition. Now the flight path starts from the western side and ends onto the eastern. It's just ending onto the Impala side, so let's hope for the best for the zone. But I can clearly sense of lots of dropless battles on the Valilmar segment, and that I can see some battles happening on the Chumasara segment too. Yes, the Chumasara location is being really getting hotter, but as I expected, the zone is just getting supported on the northern western side. Yes, it's just the northern western corner, and the crater fields location becomes the center point here. But at first, Team Ace takes the support of the first stage according to their drop directed locations, but the early battles would be started, and that would just create a lot of mess here and a lot of chaoses. Team MORVEX gets stressed here, and I just got the information that Team MORVEX doesn't has any actually coaches or other things. They are just only sharing the experiences with the teams, and they do want to learn more and more. So there is not that much of expectations from the Team MORVEX's side. It just the organization is getting happier by them by watching them sharing the lobby. It's Pasta on the mini feed and waiting to be inside in the compound, but he cannot, as he knows there are the teams inside the compound. So as soon as he gets revealed, he'll be taken down too. But you see lots of other teams to start the competition, to start the fights or the brawls, and there I see Team 7-Ups losing out some of the players, right? But Team Spartans been so great with the first 2 elimination points, and now looking forward to eliminate Dorado, the player which we seen dealing the end game of the first game on Erangel, and that was the zone on the Stolberg side, on the RITZY side, but the player did try it well, but this time he is the final player standing from his team. So definitely we can say that Dorado is a good guy, is a good player, and as the role he is maintaining for, yes, he'd do great. At least he would love to take out one player here. But Team MORVEX TRYOUT is just getting eliminated by Team Future X, and Team Future X got all of the points, but then Team STK goes all out with taking down Mango, and Mango is no more. Now, only for this match. For the next 2 matches, Mango would come back again. But for the Team 7-Up, yes, it was not bad, but not good too, because Team 7-Up loses 1, and now it's all about for the final 3 players to deal this first dropless battle. They need to settle it. On the first game, Team 7-Up were able to take 10 freaking elimination points, gentlemen. So the team definitely has the experience to deal with lots of teams, like eliminating 3 of the teams in a B2B, in a 4v4 segment by not getting interrupted from the third party team. But now is the time for them to deal in a head-on-head 4v4 game. So I'd love to expect that Team 7-Up would just flip the table at first, and then they'd have the second chances. But no, Team MU goes in with the grenade, and that grenade deals the first knockout for Team 7-Up. Then Chico on the control goes for the encounter. Then it's Team STK's going with the knock 2, but 7-Up takes the second knock 2. But then Team MU comes up with the comeback with Team 7-Up, and Team 7-Up is no more right now from the kill feed. But now it's all for the final 70 teams. We see Team IMPs misses the game, but Team 7-Up loses out on the 4th place. Then Team GUFs from the named as Team MORVEX TRYOUT would be also getting just eliminated at the start, but still 2 matches are left, so you can expect the best, right? But for now it's Team HATYARA crew and Dorado he was the last guy, right? We do remember that this guy actually holds for long, and he is, good guy. He's a good player. He got some good gameplay senses, good game senses. And now Dorado actually secures the second kill for the team, but the first point for himself. Now he watches out for the future X. He knows where the player is heading for, but that's an good spray, right? That's a really good spray with just an holographic sight. Dorado manages to hit some of the bullets for the player to just, get him or make him afraid of him. And the player actually changed his position by, pressed down with the sprays. And Dorado has really got some good controls over the weapon. Now, it's Dorado getting back again inside of the compound. He needs that so that he can go for the healing up process. But now it's on the valid element location again. Yes, it's the really great brawl you might want to pronounce for. For every competition, the first 3 games, the table turner games, because after the first 2 games, on the very first 3rd game, any team can become the table topper or can be in the top 5 teams. So that's why the first 3 game being counted as the table turner maps. But then the 4th game really becomes a tougher map, because there comes the challenges, and we see the shuffles been happening from the mid, from the tops, from the bottoms, but not from the top to the bottom at once. But now it's for the team SMKs to deal with team IKURD, and team IKURD loses, not losing, but gets Tedo in a bleed out situation. Now Yeso, Leo, 77K and Ali becomes the last 3 players surviving here, and they're just wearing the valid element location all at once, but they need to make up to 2,127 meters to just be in on the first stage. It's the Miramar map, and that means it's a long map. It's the longest map. It was the longest map unless the random map arrives on the PUBG Mobile, but now it definitely is a big map, right? So yeah, the rotation is gonna get cozy here. Now I see team Smoke EU is going so smooth with the scouting process, but even they do try to scout down team IKURD, but team IKURD is not letting them have the visuals, as team IKURD has their own plans to be executed. First plan is to just rescue up the player, and then just Tedo would heal up again, and then they try to just make up the splits. But before they go on with the splits, they try to at least make one player as in a knockdown situation, so that they can have the pressure just pushed back to team Smoke EUs. But still I see team Smoke EUs has gotten really some good controls. You can see that clearly, but this situation clearly goes for team IKURD too, as I see one of the players from team IKURD gets a good support on the breach side, and the breach side is the higher location here on this valid element location. So definitely he's gonna have such good visuals to interrupt with team Smoke EU. So if team Smoke EU understands this, that would be good for the team. But for team Sparta, it's not going smooth anymore. Only the first 3 elimination points for the team, and the team would be eliminated right now. It's time for the first zone to be shifted to the second stage, and the second zone also gets supported by team Ace, and the only team who gets this support. But because of the flight path, lots of teams have jumped for their drop directed locations, so that they were sharing the drop rush battles. But now all they need is to just make the rotation as fast as they can before the zone becomes deadlier. Yes, the next zone is definitely going to be deadlier, right? It's team AZ losing out one of the players, but not losing out, just getting the play in a bleed out situation. But definitely if they can go with the encounters as good, then they might have the rescue chances too. And yes, they did the encounter with the grenade, right? And that grenade dealt with RRAGE ESPORTS, and now it's Palabala to be taken down, and Stony just completes the finish. Then it's Pew becomes the final player available for team RRAGE ESPORTS, just being spotted, and then the grenade would just take out him too from Stony's side. It's just the final player for team RRAGE ESPORTS being eliminated by a jump shot. And that jump shot was as deadly as you can expect. But that jump shot, with that jump shot, there was a Molotov, yes, working on behind with the damages. And that's how team GOTTxHERTZ dealt with the first battle. Now, all they need is to just be inside at the first stage, because we have seen just only one team to be inside on the second stage, and the rest of the teams were on the outside. So it's all about for the second stage for the teams to be rotated on the second stage, right? And whether they would try to make the rotations, they definitely share some battles, and we would love to watch out the battles. You see team MEZEXIS Esports, thanked us MZS. just being traced out, and the vehicle is in smoke right now. Yes, that can be blasted out, and the player which is using the vehicle might get taken out too, but did not expect to be taken out at this condition, because still they haven't reached on the second stage yet. And now I see Team 4 aggressive vibes, being so smooth with the rotations. Nobody's just cutting off the rotations, and the team was actually aggressive in the first game, and they do have their first elimination point on this second Miramar game too. So I expect to keep the consistency from the team's side, Team 4 aggressive vibes. Now it's Team Outrage protocols. The team loses Alucard, and there we see the three players left, named as Magic, Death, and Jost KG. That's not bad, not bad. But what are they planning up to? They're just scouting the whole area of water treatment. As we do know, the water treatment shares a good location for the second stage. So if the zone gets supported to that location particularly, the team might have some advantages. But if you get the positions too, but still you haven't done the job yet, because you have to defend your position. Yes, at first you need to defend yourself, then you need to be aggressive. That which strategy been applied by Team 4 aggressive vibes and the first game, if you analyze that far. And now it's for the Team PURGE eSports. At the very first game they were eliminated earlier, but now it's the second game and they have started good. Yeah, with watching only the first game, you cannot judge the teams. Now which teams got eliminated earlier? Our top third competitor, Team HCS, got eliminated, so they won't have any more chances left to just make up to the points or increase the points. Then Team 7up also being eliminated, so the top third spot and the top fourth spot is just being empty. And Team RTZ, Team ACs, Team MZS, Team IKURD, Team HZs definitely has the chance to just shuffle and shuffle from this position and just get their crossover, or just cross over the Team HCs and 7ups on this game. So this is definitely an important game for Team RTZ. We see on screen them, and we see them on screen, but the team is trying to just trace down the vehicles from such a long range, but the vehicle was in the smoke, but still the vehicle was not blasted yet. But then Team IKURD VOLCANO reaches down to the southern area, where they can just understand by reading down the kill feed that there is not only one team but two other teams on the compounds and the hillsides to be taking the best position so far. Now is the moment that they see each other. Team Future X will definitely go for the plannings, and here we go. Bounce gets the first knock. Now Yasho just executes himself out of the vehicle. There he just compromises his location, but he's not getting the angle. Yes, there is the angle, and there the support comes for Team Future X. Just like that, Team IKURD VOLCANO would have no more chances. It's the second zone shift. Yes, the zone is the third zone right now, and only one of the team is having the zone support. Only one of the team, and the rest of the 11 teams are on the outside. So we're gonna have lots of chaoses on the southern side, on the eastern side, on the northern sides too, and on the very western sides, because they need to make up the rotations, right? And maximum teams takes the path of the southern, and that's when the southern becomes the chaotic zone right now. It's still there outside of 1,100 meters more, but now Team Future X has gotten the first player to be in a knocked out situation. They need to make the cover for now. This vehicle is enough, but it was not enough to rescue up Yami Selena again. Now Team Future X also encounters with it. Team RTZ are now getting Karan here to be taken down, but then Team STKS comes on the kill feed and takes Team Ace's next player, and then finishes the player off. Then Bounce again with the second for Team Future X comes with the second knock with Team RTZ. Now RITZY is disqualified, getting eliminated by -21k, the final player of Team Future X, who gets the final kill. It's all about for the first 10 elimination points for Team Future X. This team becomes really consistent, because in the first game we have seen them getting 10 eliminations and getting eliminated on the 5th position, and by finishing the first game on the 5th, the team actually got 3 placement points, and that's how they got those 13 points. But there was 10 elimination counts, yes, and this time on this very second game, Team Future X again counts those 10 freaking elimination points on this very third stage. So you can definitely count on the team. and you can trust them that the team knows how to defeat others and how to just apply the strategies and how to execute them without taking that much of dangers. Right, yeah, but the synergy is so good to get the support in an instant whenever it's needed. Now the team MEZEXIS esports tagged as MZS, and just from the southern edge the team tries to just hold for Team Future X, but Team Future X is not interested anymore to fight with Team MEZEXIS esports at this kind of position. Yes, so they can definitely go for the surroundable position or an extreme U-turn shape to just be on the gate point or the checkpoint for the MEZEXIS esports. They can just predict that the MEZEXIS esports, according to the location of the MEZEXIS where they were trying to interrupt with, they can understand that the MEZEXIS esports can definitely go for the western or the extreme western rotation. So if Team Future X takes the western mid for the gatekeep purposes, the team might have Team MEZEXIS at the next stages, and they can have the revenges because the Team MEZEXIS tried to take them down, right? So you won't love to forget that. So let us watch out for the competitions and the rivalries, right? This time it's still PURGE esports to deal with Team Future X, but still Team Future X tries to go for the encounter, but then Team Ace encounters with Team Future X, and now Team Future X loses to the players. Still 10 elimination points. Okay, but Kinzik understands by scouting on that area that is not the best location to fight alone. Now he goes for the eastern shape to get the rotation done. Then you definitely expect the encounters, but this is just the best position for Kinzik to be hold on to. This is the very fourth stage to be on the center part, and we see lots of northern teams to be awaited for just getting inside on the next fourth stage. We're just having 1 minute of 20 seconds of time, but now it's Team 4 aggressive vibes, still maintaining their vibes. I get the vibes right now. Yes, gentlemen, it's the Team TRYOUT eSports for now getting interrupted by Team HZ. Stony gets the first knock, then Stony gets the second. Stony gets the second knock too with the first finish. Then from Team STK, it was Tashi to take out the last player, not the last, but the third player knows. But then Stony getting taken out too. It's Team STK. Wow, they have encountered it perfectly. Now they can have the chances for the rescue mission as Sosa tries to just gather the intels for the team whether they should plan or not. It's all about the hill battles, right? So you should be very, very careful according to the visuals, because if you just think that you're getting a good blockage or a view blockage against the opponents you're fighting for, there might be a new angle waiting for you on the altar sides with some new teams. So that might cause you some problem or losing of the players, right? But now it's Team PURGE esports to fight with Team Silence, and Team Silence is just being in the problem because there was a such good headshot. It's Team OUTRAGE esports inside the compound to watch it for the area to understand what's going on here. Then Team MEZEXIS esports getting eliminated by the hand of Team PURGE esports, and that was such a good gatekeep. But now is the next gatekeep by Team TRYOUT esports with Team HERTZ, and that's the team named as GOTTxHERTZ. Right. And now TRYOUT esports did it so great. Oh wow, Team Future X just getting the elimination points here. But gentlemen, give me some seconds, just 10 seconds. I'll be right back within the 10 seconds. Okay, till then you watch it for the gatekeeps. Team GOTTxHERTZ going in again with the STKs. There, Eurozada getting taken out, but Tashi and Sofa makes the decision that they don't go for the rescue, but they can go for the rescue if they can reach out to the player. Now the player is in the compound and they might have the rescue for now. It's the fourth stage with the 10 seconds of the time for the next zone shift, so they can definitely have the rescue here. So give me the 10 seconds of time, okay? Yep. I'm back again. How many teams have got eliminated? Just now, I have seen Team Smoke EUs being eliminated there, and then I see the top 7 teams surviving so far. Still, there has been lots of good chances for the Team EUs, Team PURGE, and Team GOTTxHERTZ because they have taken such good elimination numbers, right? Yes, now's the time for them to deal for the end game. If they might come up with the trick antenna, or if they may be able to take the trick antenna on this very second game, they might have their comeback on this second game. That's the competition. You need to be in the top 10 teams to just be in the survival stage, and you need to be in the top number one and number two position to be in the grand finale directly. Now, in Future X getting eliminated, and that means Team Future X gets the 11 eliminations and just getting eliminated on the 7th position. So that means Team Future X is still getting total of 12 points. But gentlemen, we're getting interrupted with some of the connection to the server, but we'll be getting back in any seconds. But without watching the match, I can clearly talk about the competition. Now, if you talk about the competition, then the table toppers for Aggressive Vibes did so great, still just standing with the full 4-man on the lobby and not going so smooth. Yes, definitely they're expecting a bit of a chicken dinner this time, but GOTTxHERTZ got nowhere to go, and Team 4 Aggressive just got the toxic kill, which was great to kill and not great to go with the vehicle crashes. That is the buggy, and buggy is really a dangerous one to just carry out the passenger or carry out the teammates, as it can be pressed out from such a long range. That is spiky to take down Tashi and push near, no, that's push near to make the encounters. It's indeed the Team Strikers ESPORTS. Salsa just prayed for to not get taken out, but prayed OG is scouted out the area and takes the player down. Then Irozada takes down Sleep Z, and Nash 66k takes Pain too. That is Dose Pain. It's prison from the kill feed with Team 4 Aggressive Vibes, but Team 4 Aggressive Vibes would definitely have the chance to go for the rescue, right? Yes, it's again they're going in with the grenades, and now Fred goes in with the grenade, and then we see 6 elimination points being secured by Team 4 Aggressive Vibes till now. Still, they have to eliminate 5 more teams to have the chicken dinner as expected. And I see Team Amuse only has the 2 of the players, but on the players got actually taken down. So the rest of the player that is surviving would love to go for the rescue. But if he gets the chance or the opportunities to go for the rescue, right? Yes, for the technical difficulties, I'm back again on the custard desk. But you see, only the 6 teams were surviving in the competition, and still the table toppers for Aggressive Vibes were standing with such a great higher position. So, if you talk about the higher locations or the higher hillsides, then you can understand the higher locations comes up with lots of advantages, and the advantage is you can gather out all the intels, yeah, about the other locations, about the edges where the teams might hold for the cover for the hideouts, right? So definitely Team 4 Aggressive Vibes would try for that, and they would try to not to leave that higher spot unless the zone just gets in the opposite side. So yeah, till the zone supports them, they'll be on the side. But I've seen them dealing with a team so close to them, and there was a close combat battle, and they just took the first knock too. But then the player Fred OG were going with the grenade, and I think like the player Fred OG, according to the first match, the player Fred played very well, took 9 eliminations in the solo and contributed so far the 50% for the team, and also for the semi-finals round for the first game. So according to his gameplay style, I can clearly say that his grenade would just get connected to the player he was trying to, just get connected to, and then he might, just make the knock. Then, if they get the lead, then they would survive with the final player, and that might deal with the final battle, right? Yes, still there were lots of teams from the bottom side, right? To just be in the top 10 teams, to just be on the survival stage. I do expect that a lot. But if I just been able to watch out the competition, it would be easy for me. But now I'm back again on the custard desk. I still do hope for the consistency for Team 4 Aggressive Vibes. Definitely they'll be the tabletop after this game too, because they're sharing the top 6 sharing the next 5 teams next to them, and that means if they can stand that long, then they would have another 10 plus points of a collection for them, and that'll work for maintaining the consistency. So consistency that matters for the competition. Gentlemen, you were watching PUBG Mobile MORVEX tournament, and it is the Pmmt Heatwave for you. And now we just only been able to see in the first 2 games. There will be more 2 games for the semi-finals stage, and we'll be able to know that which team would just be or get qualified. So yeah, absolutely, let's hope for the best. Now let me get 5 seconds for me, and then we'd come back again. We're just getting inside of the game again. Right now, it's Team 4 aggressive game. Oh my goodness, it's a bit of a chicken dinner by the Team 4 aggressive vibes. Congratulations for the Team 4 AVs. And now that third in elimination, the chicken dinner gets them 23 plus points, and that means with just playing only 2 games, the Team 4 aggressive vibes completed the first 50 points for the collection, as I was hoping for. Yes, the winner chicken dinner goes for the Team 4 aggressive vibes here, and maybe that was the third in eliminations for the team, so we'd count out for that. But you'd love to watch out for the final blow. But before that, let's get back on the caster desk. So can we have the break right now? Okay. So yeah, as I was expecting for Team 4 aggressive vibes and explaining the competition, that how they could hold on their top on the hilltop position, or top of the hill, or top of the mountains position. So that's all, my lord. They've just makes it or made it so consistent. Birbi chicken dinners, to the chicken dinners. On the first chicken dinner, they took 18 eliminations with the chicken. On the second game, they took 13 eliminations as far as I could see, or I have seen. So they might have the 23 points getting out from this game. And 23 plus 28, it's just the 51 points. So it's getting great. So great. So great. Total 51 points for the Team 4 aggressive vibes after just 2 games. That means for the competitors, it's been going so tough and tougher. So yeah, it will be tough for the competitor teams to just cross over the tabletop for aggressive vibes, and absolutely the second competitors would just hope for the second position till now, as you still do have 2 more games. So you can have the expectation of the consistencies of the elimination points according to your executions or the rotation paths. But now we see the time is running out, and we're just waiting for the results and for the third game to be started, right? Yes, definitely. But the second position is still available for the competitors, because we already do know that which team is just getting qualified on the grand finale directly, and that is none other than the Team 4 aggressive vibes. But there can be the changes if the Team 4 aggressive vibes gets eliminated at the first stage and would not be able to take any more points from the third game, and then the competitor teams takes the gap points for the competition to be settled on the overall leaderboard. Then they might have the number 1 position so far. But that's not so easy, as you have seen the strategies of Team 4 aggressive vibes. The team plays very well and holds for their position as long as they can, and their visuals were so accurate and their sprays were so deadly that no other team could survive while making out the rotations in front of Team 4 aggressive vibes. And that means Team 4 aggressive vibes will obviously not be eliminated at first, so they'll go for the elimination points. Now let's watch out for the highlights, and let's be right back after the highlights. Okay, so be right back after the highlights. Gentlemen, we're back again after a short little break. There has been some technical difficulties so far, but that has been fixed right now. So let's witness the result. Yes, it's Team 4 aggressive vibes with you guys with the BDB chicken dinner. After the first game, it was the second game. So good for the team. Congratulations to the Team 4 aggressive vibes to win this second chicken dinner 2 and getting 51 points in total. I counted that by being at the casting desk at first with using the calculators. That's so easy, man. It's the chicken dinner stats right now. You see Nash and Fred taking 4 eliminations, and also Spiky Noob getting those 4 eliminations too. That counts, those counts 12, and then RITZY 77K gets 1 of eliminations too. So yeah, that counts the 13 elimination points for the team with the chicken dinner, gets them 23 plus points. Now it's the match summary. After match 2, we see on the match 2 it was 67 eliminations so far. We have seen about the zone, and that zone was not so easy for the teams to catch in. It was a little bit of tricky to move on to, and that's where the teams get lots of chaos on the edge of the zones. But now it's the head-to-head segment. But Team 4 aggressive vibes plays the head-to-head with Team MUs, means Mercenaries Union, which gets 998 damages, almost close to the 1000, so you can count that as a 1000 damage. But Team 4 aggressive vibes gets the 1000 done with 92 plus damages. Then the MBB title surely goes for the Strikers Esports. It's Eurozada, and Eurozada gets 5 eliminations so far for his contribution to the team with 688 damages for himself, according to be stable on the overall MBB leaderboard. Now he survived for 26 minutes plus 58 more seconds. Now the top players after match 2 are not after match 2. It's on the match 2, yes. It's Eurozada with 5 elims, Bonzi with 6 elims but with less damage, and Fred OG with 4 elims, and then Nash with 4 elims too, and Stony from Team GOTTxHERTZ with 3 elims too, but lots of damages, means highest damages. If you just get 4 elims, then it would have been possible to be him, to see him at the top of the MBB leaderboard. Now the match ranking says 23 points for Team 4 aggressive vibes, Mercenary Unions getting 14 for Team PURGE Esports, 12 for Team Future X, 11 for Team Strikers Esports, 7 for Team GOTTxHERTZ, 5 for Team HC Sports, and 3 for 3 teams HATYARA crew, the SPARTANS on the team RITZY disqualified, and 2 for the team Spoke EUs, 1 for the team MEZEXIS Esports, and 1 for the team 7ups. It's IKURD, VOLCANO, and All Seeing Eyes, OUTRAGE Protocol, MORVEX TRYOUT, MORVEX NGs, RRAGE ESPORTS, and the Impossible TRYOUT to just go out empty-handed. But definitely they do have 2 more matches left to compete with and settle down the score on the overall leaderboard to be in the survival stage and be in the grand finale by just being in the top 1 and the top 2 position. But now is the time for the overall top place list. It's indeed Fred OG for the consistency. He gets 13 eliminations and dealt 2,378 damages total, more than 2,000, man. Then there comes Team Future X Bonzis with 10 elims and 1,227 damages. There comes Spike Noob on the top 3, and then Kenzik QQ with 6 elims, and Eurozada with 5 elims. Nice, and is the top 5 players list after 2 games. They have played very well. Now, if you talk about Fred OG and his team for aggressive vibes, it's been so great and so good. But now is the overall standings time for aggressive vibes, getting those 51 points, being at the tabletop, and just sharing the gap of 26 points in total. Then Team Future X getting 25 as being the second competitor, shares the 10 points of the gap with Team HCs, where Team HC is getting only 15 points. Then 14 points for Team MEs, 14 points for Team PURGE. Wow, that's a neck-to-neck competition between Team MEs and Team PURGE. Then 12 points for Team RTZ and 11 points for Team STKs and Team 7ups. Yes, that's a nearly neck-to-neck points between Team STKs and Team 7ups too. Team HERTZ or GOTTxHERTZ getting 9 points, and Team ACs in the yellow zone with 8 points. Yes, on only the top 10 teams being in the survival mode for the next stages. But then the red zone becomes hotter for Team MZS, but sharing the same point as Team ACs has. Team IKURD got 6 for Team Ace, 4 for Team Spartan, and the rest of the teams goes on with some of the points. But now it's the second game, and that has been stamped by Team 4 aggressive vibes again. 2 of the stamps been stamped by Team 4 aggressive vibes with 28 and 23 plus points of a collection by 2 the games. And now the upcoming match will be on the Rondo map. Yes, it's getting tricky, it's getting amazing, it's getting intense. The schedule has been set off for the next match coming up on the Rondo map, and now I'd be liking to take the caster desk, okay, and then Let's go back for the custard desk. No custard desk. Okay. So, gentlemen, this time we are just directly heading on for the next rondo map. Here we go. Here we go. The game just got started. It's 19 teams again, starting the game. The biggest map on PUBG Mobile arrives with the name of Rondo. And now is the match number 3. It's all about for the ground gameplays, gentlemen. Because around the map, all been targeted for the ground gameplays. The team which is good for the ground gameplays would definitely have the best advantages so far. But we see 2 of the flight paths because of the longest map. There has been 2 of the flight paths. Oh wow! But the second flight path is completely empty. I guess it is completely empty, bro. Can you witness the second plane too? Okay, okay, okay. So the second plane carries all the teams to the flight paths. It is good. It is literally good. One of the flight path gets started from the northern side, ends on the southern, and the second flight path gets started on the western side and ends on the eastern. And there comes the first circle on the northern eastern side. Nice. Mu Ho Point becomes the center point here. Lo Hua Xing becomes the southern point. Himai Town becomes the eastern point, and Kunchia becomes the northern point. Nice, nice, nice. Bamboo and Test Track locations becomes the western southern point, and Neox Factory also is a good location to be taken out. And then Ryan is a good location for Team IKURD Esports to be in the zone at first. But there has been lots of bridges out there, so they might be watching out for the bridges. But at first, we'll be watching out for the drop clash battles here. At first, we'll be having the drop clash battles on the southern eastern location, where I can see the teams been showing the same spot, and there has been another drop clash on the southern side. We can see 3 drop clash battles inside the zone 1. Outside the zone there's 2, and then on the southern side it's beside the tooling location there has been another drop clash battle set off for the eliminations. Now it's all for the 19 teams and all for the ground game plays. Now the only team which might survive, the team is good at the ground gameplays, right? Yes. So let's see which team is really good at the ground gameplays. Now it's the team named as the MORVEX NGs. And Team MORVEX NGs looks out for the first player, but no, cannot get the knock as Team STKs started the first knockout there. That's the name of Strikers Esports, and they're just fighting with Team Smoke EU and takes the first player down there. Then Team PURGE Esports goes in with Team MORVEX, and Team MORVEX loses their first player. Now it's time for Team GOTTxHERTZ to deal with Team 7ups, and Team MORVEX tryout losing on the second player. It's Team FutureX dealing the same pressure for the Team MORVEX tryout. It's Newell Shu to just be alone and try to be try to go for the encounter, but the grenade would hunt him down as like that. That is such an accurate grenade, man. So yeah, Team FutureX dealt with the first battle there. Now it's the tabletopper Team 4 aggressive vibes. Yes, Team 4 aggressive vibes and losing 3 of the players. Now, only one of the players was surviving, but no, not anymore. Team RRAGE ESPORT eliminated Team 4 aggressive vibes. That was PP to take out the final player, as I was expecting for on the very third game. If the tabletopper gets stopped, then the second competitors would have the chances to get back again on the tabletop. So now is the thing happening. As I was explaining the competition, and my explanation got literally right, because now the tabletopper is not surviving anymore. That's the competition. It's going to be settled. Now Team 7up is settling the score with Team GOTTxHERTZ, and Team GOTTxHERTZ really got hurt there because 2 of the players are just getting bleed out, and one of the player is surviving, and he definitely go for the rescue. He gone for the rescue, and then the second player gets taken out again, and now Team GOTTxHERTZ is not surviving anymore because of the Team 7up. And from the Team 7up, it was Chico79 who takes down the final player. Now, it's all for the Team MORVEX NGs to deal with Team OPX, and it's really going smooth with the first head-on battle. You see Death and Alucard taking the outside of the compounds. Magic and Just KG takes the inside of the compounds, but Pasta would definitely expose, might be exposed out here. But Just KGs is just taking the TPPs, and Magic just holds on the mid. Alucard takes the left corner, and then the fight just begins. With a new team coming off close to the location, there might be a third party coming inside, but no, not that easy, not that quick. They're taking such a bit of time there. It's the Team MORVEX NGs now. watching out for the players, trying to find out where they are actually. But unless you go at front, you won't be having the visuals for the knocks to be happening. It's the team MORVEX getting the first knock. Death been taken down. And MORVEX been able to secure the first knock. That is Fuji taking the first point here. It's been really a good conversion from the side of the MORVEX and G's. Just sharing the experiences, and the experience will be good. Magic and Just KG just understands that the split of them are just not anymore. So it's Alucard on the left side with the AUG, waiting for the players to get in close. Then MORVEX, why you bad, takes the next player down too. It's Magic in the mid. Now, why you bad would definitely go for the mid and would try to go for the battle in a close combat. It tries to find out where they are, where the rescue is happening, and the rescue has been completed. Now he spots down the player. He goes with the first knock, then he gets taken down again. Then that was Just KG, but before Just KG comes with the finishes, Just KG, oh my goodness, he was so close with the second knock, but Pasta makes the knock here. Alucard has such a low HP, he doesn't have any first aid kit or any bandages to heal up. All he has the first weapon in the hand, and he'll get just caught up just like that. But somehow he tried to survive, but get caught up and by the play zone. It was the first play zone, and he was such in low HP, so he will be not able to survive anymore. Team Outrage Protocol is just been eliminated. It is indeed the team MORVEX and G's to get the first lead right now. Then there's the team RRAGE ESPORTS. Yes, definitely has the first 4 elimination points, but they joined in the game in a trial rotation or in a trial manpower. It's PPU, Palabala, and Rusini. But they have just completed the first battle, and now is the time for them to deal for the second battles too. So let's hope for the best, and let's see if the team can complete the battle at first. It's the team HATYARA crew. Okay, doing so great, so good. HATYARA crew making out for the rotations. It's going smooth. No other cut-offs are coming out. And Miss Loco, just having such an empty road there. Then the next zone gets shifted onto the center for Muhopan. The location is so smooth, but if you want to get onto the rotation for team IKURD Esports, it can be the Kunchia town to be in at first. Then take down. They might take the roadside to be in on the center part. But let's see with the third zone gets shifted. It's just the 1 minute of time. It's the team 7-ups. That was the clutch. What? Was it a clutch from the start by the team 7-ups? It was Chico 7-9. Wow, they take all the points. The first 4 points. That was great. But we lost lots of teams. It is the table toppers for aggressive vibes. It is the 9th competitor GOTTxHERTZ. It is the 16th competitor team IMPs, which missed the game. The 18th competitor, the 19th competitor, and the 20th competitor just no more, not surviving anymore. It's the team 7-up just getting close with the team Purge. There can be the battle. Yeah, happening with the team Purge. Team Purge knows this. Definitely gotta share the location. The intels are gonna get shared. IKURD Volcano using the smoke for the hideout. Watches the angle. Now gets the play on the back end and understands they have been surrounded out. So he'd go for the scout, that where the player might be and which angle he'd try to take in for the advantages. Team Purge goes with the grenade at first. His ace tier getting eliminated by the grenade, and 7-up becomes solo. Team RRAGE ESPORTS going in with the first knock of Mango. And now Team RRAGE ESPORTS. This is the second battle. Absolutely amazing. MEZEXIS Esports fighting with team IKURD again. IKURD loses the first player. Yes, Leo 77K being eliminated completely, and the play zone secures Mango 2. Only the 14 teams surviving here. But Team RRAGE Esports just concentrating for the rotation path. It's not bad. That bad. Yeah, I do love it. I do love it. But MORVEX and G's watching out for the next hillsides too. Then Team IKURD VOLCANO is being spotted, and Anas will be taken out. And then it was Yasuo 2 been taken out by Team MEZEXIS Esports. Now it's the only player left from the Team IKURD VOLCANOs. It's Omar, and Omar is just the final player. Yeah, I do share the same name as Amor, and you are Omar, so we might be the brothers sharing the different cultures. But now it's IKURD VOLCANOs being eliminated. And Team MEZEXIS did it so good. But next is the Team FutureX getting close to the Team MEZEXIS Esports, and then the Team RTZ. RTZ disqualified as the name is. Or they can go for the fight with Team Ace, but will it happen? I think not. Team Ace just changes the path, but still Team RTZ are following them. It's Team RRAGE ESPORTS. Look at that. Miss Loco finishes the kill of Palabala, and then Rossini getting eliminated by the hand of Apollo, the fastest, vehicle or fastest engine in the earth. Now, those Pain getting taken out by the play zone. The Team Spartans Honor tagged as Sparta has the full roster alive. Gets the southern edge scouts for the Team Purge. Then Team MEZEXIS goes in with Mini 14 against the Team FutureX. They gets the first knock. Pasta just runs over a vehicle and makes a good finish. Team MORVEX has the first 4 eliminations. Now Team MORVEX got encounter 2. Team FutureX got their bonds been in trouble. They need the smokes right now. Yami Selena goes for the rescue. It's Bonds. Then Kenzik. Yami Selena Manas. Oh wow. Team FutureX Manas gets the encounter against MEZEXIS. Now MEZEXIS understands this is not the perfect position for them to fight on, but they need the time. Here comes the time from Silence, goes with the encounter against Manas, and now they can expect some time to be there for the rescue, but no times left. They comes with lots of firepower. Team FutureX gets the second encounter, but Team MEZEXIS also encounters it with a grenade. Elite versus the gunpowder. Team MEZEXIS Esports just got that to the players in the bleed out situation. Now one can go for the rescue, and the second one should definitely go for the defense. Yes, the rescue has been completed, but Team MORVEX been spotted by Team MU's Prison has taken the first player out there, and then it's Zixi getting knocked out on the outside. Then Kenzik makes the second knock here, and now it's STKs again with Team RCs or Team Ace, you might say. There is the northern battle, or there is the northern eastern battle. Yes, we see the zone. It's gonna get a new shift. The zone gets shifted onto the center. Team RTZ is the only team to have all of the advantages for now, and also Miss Loco's team. Yes, that is the team named as GOTTxHERTZ. Also can have the advantages from the southern. But for the eastern teams, they should complete the battles at first before they make any rotations. And for the southern teams too, the same goes for them. Yes, for now it's the Team MEZEXIS Esports losing out to the players, makes them going solo. Then the FutureX getting encountered, but Miss Loco makes a new knock there. FutureX goes to the finish. MEZEXIS finishes one of the players. Not finishes, but loses one of the players. It's Ace. Arman uses the grenade and takes the knock. Then Strikers Esports fights in a close combat game. Now it's Rosada takes the grenade in hand. He knows that he needs to be accurate. He finds out about the player. The grenade deals with lots of damages. That was a massive damage. Then Tashi comes with that new grenade, and the grenade deals the knock. Then Rosada understood, and oh man, that was such an aggressive move by Strikers Esports. Rosada eliminates Arman. At the end, Ace Esports would not be available anymore to take down any more points, right? It's Team GOTTxHERTZ. Apollo getting back again in the kill feed. Now the team would be named as HATYARA crew, not GOTTxHERTZ. Yes, it's the HATYARA crew because GOTTxHERTZ is no more surviving. Yeah, now Team 7up is still available with just one solo player. That solo player been taken out by the Team Spartan, and the Team Sparta Esports just eliminated Team 7up from the competition. Now is the time for Team RTZ and Team MEZEXIS Esports to be in the top 10 teams. Team FutureX comes up with Team HATYARA crews, and Dorado been taken down. Then Tashi been taken down with Team FutureX. Kenzik was the second player to get the second knock here. Then it's HATYARA crew, that's Loco and Apollo. But Loco comes with the support with the info 16 by the 14 scope and now goes in the second knock. Wow, such a good knock. Now he goes for the third knock. Oh, Miss Loco just did a good clutch. She just clutched out in Future X. The whole squad been wiped out, flashed out. It's Apollo taking the why you bad. And then Chris comes up with the Purge knock. And then Purge loses to the players. MEZEXIS Sports and Nomo. Team AS is fighting with Team Purge, securing the kills. And then the Purge comes with the encounter and takes the next player down to them. It's Chris Z on the side to make a new knock. Now is the new zone. Yeah, it's time for the new zone to be shrinked. It's Team STK's got the best position in the northern western corner. Then Team RTZ takes the southern western, and both the teams from the northern western and the southern western times. But Team MORVEX takes the southern, and there comes the team HATYARA crew searching for the player. But will they search for the player or not? That's a really big question. But here I see Team All Seeing Eyes just being in solo and with just only 2 of the elimination points, but being on the water side. All he can do is just hide himself and just hide himself from the other crosshairs that has been searching him right now, right? Yes, it's now final, the top 7 teams standing in the lobby. It's a great chance for the Team HATYARA crew being going so great with the 9 eliminations, but look at Purge. It takes the final player, just struggles with the zone damage and would be getting eliminated. Then Team MORVEX and G is also being eliminated, and it's only the 5 teams remaining here. Purge and MORVEX Esports got some of the placement points. Definitely, it's only the top 5 teams surviving the very fifth stage with 20 seconds of the time. The ground game senses are going so smooth for the teams. Strikers Esports has the 6 eliminations, and now watches out for Team RTZ, and RTZ might get the player in the knockout situation. But the player got in the safe position so far. Now he can go for the heal up process. Then Sosa from the kill feed comes up with the knock against Team RTZ. Here Team RTZ been encountered, but 2 of the players were still surviving. One needs to be healed up and one needs to go for the rescue. But if one heals up and one goes for the rescue, then which player would be there to just guard the opponents, right? Now is the 5th stage, yes, and RITZY disqualified, just scouts down the area. RITZY loses the player, but it's a head-to-head game. Tashi makes the knock against Mock 18. Then Loco comes up with the Spartan knocks, and then Missed Loco makes a second knock. Yes, Missed Loco just clutched out Team Future X out there from such a mid-range. But now it's the Team STK. Sosa eliminates Smoke 18. RZ loses another one. Only the 5 teams remains. RRAGE disqualified. Tries so good to go with STKs, but Miss Loco going so aggressive this time and watching out for the eastern edge, and then makes the knock from such a long range. But then there's the difficulties coming in for the Team HATYARA crew, because there has been lots of teams on the southern sides too to guard them down, right? It's the Team RTZ, it's indeed the Team STKs, and Team STKs reaches in the zone at first. Now the zone becomes really a dead point for the teams to fight with. The locations are not so good, but the Team Spartan getting eliminated. Miss Loco from such a long range takes to the knocks, and then STKs finishes the final kill. That was Tashi to just interrupt as the party squad. And then that deals the Team Spartan Esports to be eliminated. Now is the time for the final 4 teams to deal for the final game for the chicken dinner. It's the very 3rd game and the final game for the escort settlement. It's the 9 eliminations for the Team Strikers Esports, just taking the best possible position so far. The only team who can control the zone, but all of the challenges would come up from the Team HATYARA crew. They're named as HATYARA crew, and they're just killing everyone. HATYARA means killers. Yes, HATYARA means killers, or you might say HATYARA means weaponizers. So that means HATYARA crew will just ये हत्या कर देंगे सबकी. अब HATYARA crew, let's talk about them. With just 13 eliminations, the team is going so smooth. It is Miss Loco taking out all of the points, but now it's all about the Striker Sports to defend against Team HATYARA crew. They knows that from the southern Team HATYARA crew is gonna come inside, but then I see Sick Boy from the Team RTZ. Being just using the first aid kits. Then HATYARA crew loses the aggressive player Miss Loco and survives the final by Apollo. Then Apollo just executes himself from the outside of the vehicle, and that was the moment when Team Striker Esports got the advantages to eliminate down the player. Now it's all over for the final 3 teams. And RITZY is disqualified. At least the player ended. Sick Boy ended the game on the top 3. That can definitely get him 5 placement points. Now it's the time for the Team All Seeing Eyes, watching out for the STKs. Yes, watches out Tashi. If and only if he can go for the first knock, right? behind this. Airdrop. Tries to go for the first knock. Team STKs watches out for the player, but cannot go with it. Leaders with the grenades, but no, it's Eurozada taking the challenge for the grenade to be just thrown close to the player Chris, but the grenade is not reaching here. So Chris is just having the best position so far, but only 6 seconds left for him to just be inside on the next zone. Now Chris is just getting compromised to the Molotov with his praise, and the Molotov completes the job. Tashi finishes the final kill, and the new team comes up with a new chicken dinner. That's Team Strikers Esports for you, gentlemen. Congratulations for the Team Strikers Esports for winning the chicken dinner of the third game. Wow, just a new team to get the chicken dinner after the first two BDB chicken dinners for the team. For aggressive vibes, right? Now as the new vibe comes up, it's Strikers Esports strikes down on the lobby. Definitely they can expect the second position so far, and for the first and the second position, the teams would have the chance to be in the grand finale at first, but you can trace out the knock from Tashi with Smoke 18. It's Apollo which actually exposed him and got compromised. Then the final player from the team, all seeing eyes, couldn't did nothing. Yeah, that's it. The Strikers Esports completed the first domination here and the first comeback with the chicken dinner, right? That's it. Now it's all about the celebration for the Team Strikers Esports. We have completed our third game. It's the semi-finale stage for you guys on the PUBG Mobile MORVEX tournament. The Pmmt Heatwave is just getting heated up, and it's the chicken dinner stats. You see Naresh getting just 115 damages, Sosa getting 3 eliminations with 6 and 61 damages in total. And Toshi gets 5 eliminations with 433 damages, and Eurozada gets 4-2, so that gets them total 12 elimination points, and the chicken gets them 22 points from the single game. 22 plus points. That's literally great, right? So they can expect they come back with this particular chicken dinner on this very third game. As I was explaining, that first 3 games becomes the table flipper games. So now the table gets flipped, but not with the table toppers, with the second competitors. Now is the match summary time. Yes, we see that 64 eliminations right there. So the elimination rate is just getting reduced one by one. And then it was the 61 knockouts in total, and a total of 9,829 damages. The vehicle eliminations were 1 and 47 of assists and 4 of grenade eliminations. Wow, nice, so nice. Match summary. It's just getting reduced, but the competition is getting hotter, and it's getting more heated, right? It's a volcano type of competition, as the volcano gets heated up again and again. So yeah, it's like that. Now let's go for the head-to-head segment. And the head-to-head segment will definitely come up with Team Strikers Esports with Team All Eyes Esports. I can expect that, or All Seeing Eyes, the team named as. We might see a new team that might be the team HATYARA crew. Yes, in a head-to-head with the Team Strikers Esports, right? But HATYARA crew took a lot of eliminations, more than Team Strikers Esports. That's the point there, but couldn't be able to take the chicken dinner, right? Yes, it's HATYARA crew on the head-to-head segment. I was right. With Team STKs and HATYARA crew dealt 2,000 plus damages, where Team STKs dealt 1,800 plus damages. For 7 knocks were from the Team STK side, and 12 eliminations with 22 plus points coming out. And then Team HATYARA crew took just 1 plus eliminations, rather than Team STKs got 13 eliminations with 12 plus knocks, and got 17 points in total by just surviving 18 minutes and 51 seconds. Just if they could have been survived 1 more minute, that would be good, but HATYARA crew was having the outside of the zone, and they had to make the rotations for the southern to be inside of the next stage, where Team STKs or Team Strikers Esports just being there at first inside of the zone, so they had clearly advantages to get hit the Team HATYARA crew. So now it's all for the match MVPs. It's Miss Loco, definitely, with 8 eliminations in the solo, and for the contribution for the team with 1,000 plus damages, she would become the MVP of this game. Then it was HATYARA Chris Polo or Apollo gets the 4 eliminations from the squad. To the players comes inside. Then Team Strikers Esports gets to the players, and Team MORVEX has Pasta with 4 elims. Tashi and Eurozada gets total 4 plus 5, 9 elims for the team. That is great. And then the rest of the 3 points were coming from a different player. Now the top players list has been completed, It's definitely going to be the overall top players list. But then we can find out the match rankings at first. Team STK is taking out 22 points. HATYARA is taking out 17 points. Team All Singers taking 9 points. RITZY disqualified taking 8 points. MORVEX is taking 7. PURGE ESPORTS taking 6 and 6 for Team RAGE ESPORTS. 5 for Team FutureX. 5 for Team MEZEXIS Esports. 4 for the Team SPARTANS Honor. And 4 for the Team 7ups. 1 point for the team GOTTxHERTZ and ESPORTS and MERCENARY Union. Then for aggressive vibes, the tabletop have been eliminated with just empty-handed. Smoky use, IKURD, VOLCANO, OUTRAGE Protocol, MORVEX, TRYOUT, and Impossible Esports would be just get out from this game in empty-handed. Still, one more matches go. One more matches to go, gentlemen, for the settlement of the overall leaderboard, like which top 10 teams would be on the next stage and which top 2 teams would be on the next grand finale. At first, to just wait for the next survival teams to reach on the grand finale, right? It's the overall top list indeed, and Fred still manages to keep up his position even after being eliminated at first on this very third game. That is the 2,469 damages in total with 13 eliminations in the solo and maintaining the carry ratio of 4.33. Then Miss Loco from the team HATYARA takes 8 elims in just one single game and just gets her comeback on the top second position on the overall MVP list with 11 elims and 2,000 plus damages. She's so close with Fred OG. This fight will be awesome. Bonesy from FutureX on third, and Kenzie QQ on fourth from FutureX, and from Team Esports, it's Irozada with 9 eliminations. That's literally getting great. And now it's all about the overall rankings, right? Yes, Team 4 Aggressive Vibes gets those 51 points, and the comeback from Team Esports looking so wow and so great with just 1 point of a gap between Team HATYARA because HATYARA was able to take lots of elimination points, not eliminations, also the placement points were coming out. So 33 and 32 is a neck-to-neck competition, and let's see that which of the second team would just get on the grand finale at first, because we are so sure about Team 4 Aggressive Vibes, because they'll be definitely be on the top one list with the grand finale qualification. Now is the 30 points confirmation for the team FutureX, and they're also on the competition for the next position too. It's Team RRAGE with 20 points. It's Team PURGE with 20 points. It's a neck-to-neck competition in the top 6 competitors. The team ASE is taking 17 points and 15 points for the team MES, and 15 points for the team 7ups, and 13 points for the team MZS, 10 points for the team HZ means GOTTxHERTZ, and 8 points for the team SPARTANS, 8 points for the team RRAGE, 7 points for the team MORVEX, 6 points for the team IKURD, and 3 points for the team IMPs, 2 points for the team SMKs, and 1 point for the team MORVEX TRYOUT, and 0 points for the team OPX. But if you want to be in the top 10 teams, you definitely should have 20 plus points to be in the top 10 teams, right? And yeah, lots of teams has this points to just come back on the next final game, gentlemen. We just do only have one more match left to complete this scoreboard on the semi-final stage. So yeah, broadcast, no breaks. So yeah, the final game would be just coming in just any seconds, within just 20 seconds in far. So let's just get the confirmation, or think. No, not about the confirmation. You can just think about like which from the bottom 6 teams, which team can be on the top second position. Yes, and then we see on the match 3 rondo, the stamp was from Team STK's Strikers Esports Strikes Up with a good check, and then with 20 plus points. That was 22 points in total, but nobody has been able to break the points that Team 4 Aggressive Vibes is taken onto. But the upcoming match will be definitely on the Erangel map again. Yes, we have witnessed the first Erangel Team 4 Aggressive Vibes were more aggressive on the Erangel map, and now is the another Erangel map. So let's hope for the best if Team 4 Aggressive Vibes can maintain the consistency of the Erangel game, right? So yeah, be right back within just 5 seconds. It's really been good, so good with the competitions. The first three games been so amazing to witness. Now is the time to deal for the final game to settle down the scores for the competitors. Gentlemen, there's a big question that which top two teams should be able to get on the direct grand finale, and which top seven teams would be available to or would be able to just maintain the consistency to be in the top 10 teams and just be in the survival stage. Yes, the bottom seven teams would be on the survival stage and the top two teams would be on the direct grand finale, and the rest of the position from starting from the 11th to the bottom 19th or 20th they might count. These locations would be the disqualification zone. So the teams who are in the disqualification zone would definitely be in pressure on this very final game. Now the flight rate starts from the northern and ends on the southern western corner, and the teams are just getting to their drop directly locations. Team MEZEXIS Esports and the team IKURD Esports or IKURD Volcanos would definitely share the drop locations there, and only one of the team can survive because now the teams are just falling back. Then on 7 we see the MORVEX and tryouts. Maybe not maybe, but it's definitely I'm so sure about that. But the zone is supporting the Melta farm and shelter as the center point, but nobody gets inside of the zone at first. At least Team RTZ can dare at first, but Team RTZ being so good with jump, just jumping out with different players from different segments. Now the first droplet battle becomes on the Estalbar side, and the second droplet battle becomes on the Georgia Bull series side, and the third droplet battle becomes on the Pochinki side or the southern of the Pochinki, and the fourth droplet battle is nowhere, but it can be on the Yasnaya Poliana. So yeah, let's witness the mini game here. Only the first, so the teams are just being inside in the first stage. It's the team Spartan, it's the team Strikers for esports, and it's definitely for some other teams too. But look at that, Sayu gets close to the player Tato and takes him down. Sport takes Anas down, and Rive takes Leo down. There on the kill feed, I see Team FutureX losing out Bonds. Then FutureX getting the encounter for Team for Team MEUs, and Prison gets eliminated. I get Volcanos just being eliminated by the Team MEZEXIS Esports. The first Droplet battle has been completed. It is the indeed a very first stage. Oh wow, Team MEZEXIS completed the domination here. Then Team FutureX actually going smooth with Team MEUs, but Team RRGs interrupt Team FutureX. That's at the party on the Georgia Pool Northern City. RRGs losing out the players because of Team PURGE Sports, but Palabala can have the rescue moment, but should definitely not expect the rescue. If PPU tries to come close, he might be taken down to Money Whitey, getting Hulk 999 with just a slight good finish. Let's talk for Team RRAGE Esports. Wow. 2000 meters away outside of the zone. Purge gets the second knock. Now after Palabala, it was Rushini. Then it was the final player, PPU. But PPU encountered with one, but couldn't be able to secure the player. So that means Team Future X would definitely win this droplet battle. Really been doing great. Now is only the top 17 team survives because Team GOTTxHERTZ just abandoned the game. That was really bad and sad to see. But Team RRAGE Esports and IKURD would not be available anymore. But Team Ace loses the players. It's the Team Oasis or Team Future Access, okay, to secure the kills. On the kill feed, that was Kenny's KQ. Oh, that was Limitless. Tried to expose him completely from the window and then just got shot down. It's Limitless. Been taken away, but Arman understands he need to provide the support for the player. Just he needs to get regrouped. He will be just close here on the Yasna Poliana. It's the Team RTZ. Now Team H Esports thinking to get, but situations are not going good for them. Team Purge Esports going with lots of encounters, and Team Purge been able to take 4 elimination points from the start. Team PURGE Esports has their first 4 elimination points. We see the neck-to-neck competition between the competitors from the 2nd place to the 8th. It will be the biggest competition so far for this group. Aggressive times have gotten them so higher that nobody can reach them till now. If and only if they get eliminated. Eliminated Streak Boy and Team Ace Esports going smooth from the Yasna Poliana, but Team Future X actually increases the point up to next 4 eliminations by just doing the first dropclash battle, but loses to the players, and just gets the final two in the survival for the final game to deal with to settle down this score. But 34 points is not that enough as the strikers esports been crossed over by team Future X. And Future X fighting with team HATYARA Crews, and now team HATYARA Crews got the first player been taken down again. At least, and the very first team HATYARA Crew loses the first player. Now is the second player to be taken down. Then it's Miss Loco on the previous rondo map. Miss Loco becomes the MVP or became the MVP with 8 solo eliminations of the contribution so far with lots of damages. And then this time HATYARA Crew got Miss Loco again to secure the first point for the squad. Now it's Future X scouting out for Team HATYARA Crews. Team RTZ fighting with Team RCs. Tagged as RCs, named as Ace Esports. RITZY disqualified. Waiting to deal the close combat with the shotguns from the Shiasnoya Poliana compound. Now it's Smoke 18. Understands that there is a player on the compound. Goes with the grenade, but the grenade got bounced out. It got a good bounce behind the wall. With the wall. Then RITZY disqualified. Just it's Karan going in with another grenade, but that was such a wrong projectile. It is just a bait to just push back the player away for making entry. Ace Esports has the two of the players standing here, and now one grenade in hand. It might be late. Oh no, it is not late. Oh my goodness, that was a bit of a knock. From Arman's side, it's Ace Esports getting the 1v2 clutch here. And Team RITZY is disqualified, being clutched out. Now, not completely, because still Bloodlust is available and he would survive for as long as he can. RITZY disqualified. It's just the final player, Bloodlust. Would be just waiting for the Ace Esports to come out of the compound. Then he might have his revenge later. We see Team Smoke EUs to just make the rotations at first. It's the team Spartan. Okay, the Spartan Esports were being pressed out, but Team Spartan has taken the hillside, I guess so, but no, they should not hold on this hillside. As a Smoke EU got the decision to fight in a head-to-head. Yes, they got the player on the back end of the point, and now the team Smoke EUs actually just thinking that this position might be bad for them, so they're just changing out their positions, right? But then Team 7 Sports comes up with interruptions with Team Spartan. Spartan were not aware of this, and because of that they got interrupted too. Then the smoke comes in for the support until the players gets close, but then on the kill feed it's Team Purge again getting in counter. Team 7 Up getting the second knock again. Yeah, okay, and the team Spartans, okay, absolutely getting smooth, so smooth, because they were completed. Now the need is the second player to be rescued, but there has been another team for the path to come close. It's Team MORVEX who is the player. It's Team 7-Ups to use the grenades, and then Team Sparta loses the second player to again. But now it's Mihawk being taken down by Ace here in a close combat battle with the shotgun in hand with the DBS, and it's all about for Zoro, the One Piece anime. I can see that some of the anime fans, it's Zoro X to watch for the Team 7-Ups. But 7-Up actually has all the eliminations of the features. Then Miss Loco comes back again on the kill feed with fighting with Team MORVEX. Then Real 2 getting eliminated. Then HATYARA Crew tries to make out the rotations for now. It's Tashi again and Apollo with Miss Loco. But MORVEX tryout would go for the revenge. But that gets close. Okay, there comes the revenge. Miss Loco been taken out. Tashi goes with the grenade, but the grenade was not reachable to the opponent he was trying to deal with. And Tashi just crosses over the barrier. It's N7C Triple K takes 2 the knocks from Team 7-Up. It's making 2 the knocks, yes, alone. And then going in the finishes. He gets the finish. Mango and Chris Z getting eliminated by N7C Triple K. Spartan getting back again with Team 7-Up. Strikers Esports fighting with Team OPX and has the upper hand. Team HATYARA Crews. Actually, Tashi waiting for upper hand too, but cannot get the upper hand. Just uses the Molotov for the left angle so that the player gets inside in the compound, and now he gets the player. But no, that was such a different angle. Tashi was been taken out just like that. Team MORVEX tryout actually did it great this time, but there has been the team HATYARA quiz to come close, but Team HATYARA quiz, this match has been really good for them. Silence to take effect. There's another team named as the MORVEX who just be engaged with a game, but Team Strikers Esports would be fighting in. Team AH is Logic would fight up with Team 7ups and Silent would be taken out, but Loco got got the rescue. How Miss Loco got rescued? Apollo and Loco would survive right now. It's Nurse. Eliminates Magic. Now Loco uses the grenade enclosed. Uses a Molotov inside, and that Molotov got connected with the player. But the player Samish would just go for the rescue. Then it gets close for the finish here to make sure that the player get taken out. But then RRAGE from the altar angle, from the off angle, takes down Loco, and that leads Team HATYARA crew becomes in solo. Shapol is in trouble right now because Team MORVEX tryout definitely being too good this time. But as I was talking about Team HATYARA Q, this is really an important game for them as they do share those 35 points for them. But then the grenade goes and that deals with the final player. Oh my goodness, it's HATYARA Q's Apollo to deal with the last two players of MORVEX tryout, and that one grenade decided whether Team MORVEX tried to survive or not. Now it's all about for the final 12 teams to deal for the competition, to settle down the competition. That's the Pasta takes down two of the players against MEZEXIS Esports, eliminates the players, and now it's all about Silence. Trying to defend from two different angles. There has been such a good jump shot, and now it's all about for the second player, but Pasta gets the sport in the right time, in the right moment. Look at that, three of the players were been taken out, and Pasta would just go for the rescues one by one. It's amazing Magnite. Oh my goodness, getting supported. Getting surprised actually. But then Team 70 Sports should not be able to survive anymore. Now it's Team AH East named as All Seeing Eyes. Yeah, would have the first 5 elimination points from the game. Still, Team Strikers Esports going so smooth with the full roster standing with the first 4 elimination points, and then Team HATYARA took those 5 eliminations, but is still in the gap with Team Strikers Sports. So definitely, it's for the competition to be in the top second position, to be in the grand final stage. Now, Future X has the two of the players. Team RTZ has one of the players. Team Purge has one of the players standing. Team HATYARA has one. Okay, I see two of the teams being in solo, two of the teams being in duo. One of the team named as Team. Okay, let's talk about the name later. But at first, let's talk about the zone shift. Yeah, it will definitely be in the mid, but on the southern part, I guess so. But yeah, it's in the mid. Now shelter becomes hotter. The team RTZ disqualified for the team MORVEX. Now I see the southern two that are just clear as smooth. Now MORVEX loses another player because of Team RITZY is disbanded. Let's go for the Team MORVEX because Team RITZY is disbanded is fighting with Team MORVEX, and Team MORVEX were just encountering with the Team RITZY. So now Team RITZY is disqualified, will be eliminated from the shelter side, and Team MORVEX NGs will have their first 4 elimination points. I was watching out the battle from the kill feed. We have just witnessed Pasta been supporting the team all alone and rescued to the players, but later Pasta wasn't able to survive. Oh, you just actually sacrificed yourself, brother. Pasta, take a salute from the esport enthusiasts because you actually took the back end for the team and just rescued 2 of your teammates. But your sacrifice made those 3 players surviving again. Now it's all about for the final 8 teams to settle down this, go on the very third stage with 1 minute of time. It's PURGE Esports, yeah, being in solo, but I was talking about the 2 of the teams who are in duo right now. It's Team X and Team All Seeing Eyes, but Future X still has the chances, but still Team Strikers Esports are just maintaining the consistency, doing so good with the first 4 elims, right? That's good. It's MORVEX still on the 11th position, can definitely go for the survival in the top 10 teams. To reach in the top 10 teams, they need just 16 points, right? They have 11, so now they need 5 more points, not 5 but 6 more points. MORVEX needs 6 more points to be in the top 10 teams, to be in the survival stage at first. That is a point. That is the competition, gentlemen. From the bottom side, Team IMPs and the Team A named as Impossible Sports, and the Team SMKs means Smoke AU. Yes, those are the teams from the bottom are surviving and are expecting a good number of comebacks, a good number of point collections to just be in the top 10 teams. So Morvex definitely has the competitors on the bottom side. It's Impossible Sports and Team Smoke EU. But on the top 7 teams, you see Team Aces and Team Purge surviving, but Purge had a slight bit of lower chances to be in the second position because nobody can take out the first position so far. Still, the table toppers for aggressive vibes are just available by not getting engaged with any of the teams and just letting them battle on their own, so that they can have the end game as easy as like that. And you see the team for aggressive vibes getting close onto the shelter locations. So that's so clear that they're inside of the top 8 teams, right? So they can definitely have some of the elimination points, and they can definitely have some of the kill points too. So the placement in the kill points becomes a good number for the competitor teams to just maintain or match with the speed. Now it's Team Purge Sports, the solo player was surviving, and now he'd be eliminated too, and that's why Team Purge Sports and no more. But for Team ASE, all seeing eyes, they still do have lots of chances. But look at Spiky Noob takes down Impossible Sports Relo 1. And then it's Capo 2 from Team Impossible Sports. It's been 2 of the players in the knockout. And now Team 4 Aggressive Vibes eliminates the players one by one. Then Team Impossible Sports tries to use these smokes. But before the rescue happens, Team 4 Aggressive Vibes would love to come close to the team for the angles. And with the interruptions, yes, it's still it's just, going smooth. Now Team 4 Aggressive Vibes actually got the close in moment. But Zeri tries to encounter it. Nash makes the first knock. Again, Zeri and Relo is the final player here. But Zeri needs to be in cover. And Relo absolutely goes in for the rescue, but the rescue will not work out as RITZY 7K gets close with the visuals and takes the knock with the Info 16 in the hand, and that gets the final player from Team Impossible Sports to fall back from this location as they do not have such good points. So yeah, the final player can be eliminated here. He got stressed out, and Team 4 Aggressive Vibes eliminated the player. So now it's all for the first 4 elimination points for the Team 4 Aggressive Vibes, and that gets them the count for the team 55 points. So 55 points, nice. Team Future X, how much points they do have? It's 38 till now. Then the MORVEX in G's, why you bad, encounters it or charges the F16 with an. So yeah, now gets the first knock, right? It's Tashi to just be healed up again, and the Strikers Esports sharing the MORVEX by a balanced effect. I see them being doing good. Now it's all for the final 6 teams. So let's talk for the team Strikers Esports. Yes, this team definitely did great. But for the team Future X, absolutely they were getting so crazier because according to the elimination points, Team Strikers Esports only has the 37 points and Team Future X only has the 38 points. But the thing is, Team Future X Esports only has 2 players surviving on the outside of the zone. So that's a problem right there because Future X would definitely, want to be in the top second because only one in the top second position gets qualified to the grand finale, and that's the matter. Right now the next zone gets supported on the northern side, and that means the path is really getting open for Team Smoke EU. And the southern is also open for the Team 4 Aggressive Vibes. And then Team MORVEX is both getting eliminated in the top 6. It's just only 6 points for the collection. Then we lost Team Strikers Esports fully, but only 2 the players would be eliminated, and then Team Strikers Esports is just getting closer. That's a close combat battle, but no, they should have understood that there are some other players close to him, so the players could just take him down. He was so, compromised, and by that way he got eliminated. It is indeed the Team Strikers Esports, for gentlemen, in within the top 5 teams. The team, again has the chance. The competition becomes neck to neck with the Team Strikers Esports and the Team Future X, because Team Future X on the top 3rd and Team Strikers Esports on the top 2nd, and the only team being on the top 2nd on the top 1st would be available to just be in the grand finale at first, right? But Team 4 Aggressive Vibes loses Spiky this time, and that means Team 4 Aggressive Vibes actually has the final 2 players standing on the 8th side, and that means Team Smoke EU would definitely go for the pressure, and they can go for the pressure on the southern western, but I think a team for aggressive vibe would just change the path, and they should not come from the southern side, right? Team Future X on the northern side, waiting for the teams to get close. But Team Future Vibes knows that Team Strikers Sports is the really competitors tied up with the same points, right? It's just 1 point for the gap, but Team Future X needs lots of more points. But they're just praying for Team Strikers Sports to be eliminated at this top fifth position because if Team Strikers Sports gets eliminated at this point, they'd not have that much of point to just be in the top second. And if Team Future X becomes the last team survivor with the competition, counting with Team Strikers Esports, then it will definitely be a good chance for the Team Future X. Yes, now, let's go for the Team Smoke EU. It's the final last chance for the team to just secure the chicken dinner. But no, look at that. Team Future X gets the first knock. Then the next zone gets in a new shift. It's the southeastern side. Esports gets the zone support. The only team who is inside of the zone, but the team Smokes EU being interrupted from two different sides. It's all seeing eyes going all out with the Team Strikers Esports. Now is the praying time for Team Future X, because if Team Strikes Esports getting eliminated or would be getting eliminated, then actually Team Future X would have the chances. Just 1 point for the gap. Yes, Team Strikers Esports has the 39 points and Team Future X has the 38 points, but Team Future X going with another knock there. They need to secure the knock, but they cannot because they're just knocking down the players, but they cannot come close and finish the players off. And that means Team for Aggressive Vibe got a perfect chance to deal with the close combat battle, right? It's sprayed. Oh my goodness, got surprised. But there comes the support as close as that. And now I see the team just being able to survive. Then it's logic to just finish off the final player. There goes the Team Strikers Esports to be eliminated. Now it's all for the Team Future Strikers. Yes, Team Future X would be able to just get qualified in the grand finale. And Team Future X dealt with the final player. That was the mind game here. Team Future X has taken 10 freaking elimination points. There comes the second team, gentlemen. Now we know that which top two teams would be just getting qualified to the grand finale. At first, it's Team Future X dealing with the team for aggressive vibes, but it's all about the final two teams to deal for the chicken dinner, right? Yes, it's the tabletoppers versus the second competitors. Kenzie QQ takes down RITZY, and that settles the competition. It's a big conversion for the two of the teams. It's an 1v2 situation right now, and Team Future X knows that they only need to use the grenade. The elitist Manas 21k gets the final finish. And there comes the chicken dinner from the side of Team Future X. What a man game with just only two of the players remaining from the squad. It was such a good strategy to be applied in the game, and the execution was top notch, and the decision making was as accurate as you have seen. The Team Future X got succeeded to get qualified on the next grand finale. That was the competition with Team Strikers Esports with Team Future X. Yes, in between Team Strikers and in between Team Future X, there was the competition like which team would survive, right? You see on the second stage, Team Strikers Esports was on the top second with just only 4 elimination. Then they got on the top 3, and then Team Future X still at the very moment they were surviving, but they interrupted with the Team Smoke EU. But then Team 4 just for aggressive vibes tried to deal the final job, but then Team All Seeing Eyes dealt with Team Strikers Esports, and that's when Team Future X understood this is their moment to rule, and they just ruled on it. Congratulations for the Team Future X for just showing us the futuristic gameplay and securing the final chicken dinner here on the semifinals stage. You were watching PUBG Mobile MORVEX tournament heated by Pmmt Heatwave, and the competition is just getting heated, and the competition was top notch within the top two teams, or the top 3 teams. Team for Aggressive Vibes, Team Future X, and the Team Strikers Esports. These 3 teams played very, very well, and just getting us in the intense situation for that long. Now it's all for the contribution part, right? 6 eliminations for the contribution from the Team Future X, from Kenzie KQ, and 6 from another player. That gets them 12 elimination points. The chicken gets them 22 plus points. Now the match summary says it's increasing again. The final game was so aggressive and so intense that it was 70 eliminations so far, has been increased from the previous game. There are 64 eliminations on the map. Now it's the 73 knockouts in total, and total of 8,028 healings. Now I see the 8 of grenade eliminations and 33 of assists, and there was the vehicle elimination of 0. But Team Aggressive Vibes got the 1213 damages and 5 knocks and 8 eliminations so far with the 14 points, collecting them the number one title on the number one position from the semifinal stages. But Team Future X did so good. The mind game was so amazing to witness. 2024 plus damages, and then there was 8 knocks and 12 eliminations and 22 minutes of 25 seconds in total of the survival time, and that was the 22 total points of a collection for the side of Team Future X. That means Team Strikers Esports were not able to take that much of points, whether they were just sharing 1 point of a gap between the teams, between the competitions in the top 3 positions, right? But all seeing eyes as the MVP player here from their squad, it's Logic. ASE Logic becomes the most valuable player on the final game with 7 eliminations and 1014 damage in total, and then he has the 0 assists and 184 of feelings users, and then 7 knocks too, but survived 21 minutes and 40 seconds in total. But Logic did it logically. Oh wow, this is so great, right? But now it's the time to just witness the MVP match, MVP segments. Yes, after Logic, it will be definitely be Manas 21k. So Manas gets 1000 plus damages, but with only 6 eliminations. Then Kenzie QQ gets 6 eliminations with 775 damages. So both of the players survived and did so great. So all credit goes for Manas and Kenzie QQ from the side of Team Future X to compete with the Team Strikers Esports. But I feel really sad for Team Strikers Esports. But still, the top 10 teams are just getting the survival stage next to just get qualified on the next grand finale. And thanks to the MORVEX organization for arranging such a great roadmap for the teams to get this survival stage again. It's the match rankings. Yes, 22 points for the Team Future X and only 10 points for the Team Strikers Esports. There gets the difference, 12 points for the gap. Team 4 Aggressive Vibes gets 14, and they're definitely the table toppers. So Team Future X and Team 4 Aggressive Vibes are getting qualified on the direct grand finale, and the rest of the teams. Let's see how much points they've been able to take in. All Seeing Eyes taking 13 points, and Team MORVEX taking 6. 6 points for Team RITZY disqualified, and 5 points for the Team HATYARA crew. 5 points for the Team PURGE ESPORT, and 7 Up got also the same 5 points. Then it is the Team Smoke AU's taking the 4 points for the Team MEZEXIS Esports, and 3 points for the Team AC Sports. MORVEX did so great, getting just the first 2 elimination points there. 1 point for the teams Mercenary Union, Impossible Esports, and another one. But that is the overall top list, man. After 4 games, Fred OG becomes the number 1 player here after just 4 games with 14 eliminations, but with the highest damage. Yes, that is 2599, almost 2600, so 2600 almost, you can count that. But Kenzie QQ just gets on the second position, but with higher elimination. So there goes the contribution part for the team to get qualified in the grand finale. And Manas 21k also got in on the top place list with 11 eliminations too. But from the team, the Team HATYARA crew, there has Miss Loco on the top 3. Now is the time to witness the overall standings and to witness that, like, which were the team on the red zone to get disqualified. It's MORVEX, AZ, RRAGE, SPARTAN, Smoke, EUs, IKURD Sports, IMPs, GF, means MORVEX, and TRYOUT, and Team OPX being disqualified here. But let's congratulate the qualifiers or the qualified teams. Right. Team MU's getting qualified by being on the top 10. Team MG's getting qualified. Team 7-Up's getting qualified. Team PURGE getting qualified. Team RTZ. Team AC is getting qualified. Team HATYARA Chris getting qualified. Team STK is getting qualified for this survival stage. But on the direct grand finale, Team Future X been able to get qualified, and Team 4 Aggressive Vibes getting qualified. 265 total there on the tabletop for just 4 games. That is aggressive. Congratulations to the top 2 teams for getting qualified to the grand finale directly, and congratulations to the top 10 teams for the next survival stage. Now I'm your only host, Quirky Arc, known as Quirky Arc, called as QR Gamor, directly from the Asia, from the Southeast Asia. So on the caster desk, explaining the competition to you guys. You are watching PUBG Mobile MORVEX tournament. Now is the time for me to get a bye-bye from you guys. So yes, have a happy night and bye-bye to you all. See you later on the next day. Stay tuned. Keep supporting.